Hey everyone, happy Monday again. We've made it through another week. So this week I'm gonna go kind of a little bit shorter, and just kind of be more of a verse and an idea to just kind of like chew on over the next week. So the verse is out of Psalm 84, verse 10. This is one I remember from like one of those kind of songs you sing in like elementary school Bible study and stuff. Uh, I think you'll recognize it. But the verse: For a day in your courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tents of wickedness. All his song, better is one day. I'm not going to sing. I digress. But just kind of that idea that we sing it, and it's easy to sing like, oh, it's better is one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. But how often do we think about that? How often do we believe that? I mean, even just reading this part, because normally I haven't read like the second half of I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of God than dwell in the tents of wicked. And it's kind of similar to the prodigal son, where he gets down to a point of like groveling and wishing he could eat like what the pigs are eating, thinking, oh, I shouldn't be doing this. I should go back to my dad's house and just be a servant, because the servants have food to spare. The servants have stuff to work with. This is better than eating out of a pig trough. But so that kind of idea of we can choose the lives we want for ourselves. We can kind of go our own way, and that can seem great in the moment, and that can seem great for years. But eventually, there's some degree of it stopping. And this idea of even just being someone who like opens and closes the door in heaven, just someone like at that kind of lower level of doing whatever you do in heaven, uh, for that to be like thousands of times better than anything that we would ever want to do or could do on earth or by our own means. So just I don't know, just the food for thought of when you think about everything you want to do, all of your ambitions, and how they line up with God, can you really tell yourself doing the bare minimum with God is better than doing everything that I ever wanted to do? And I think that's kind of a hard thing to kind of mull over in your head. And it's not something you have to necessarily say that I agree with that completely, because I mean it takes time to really kind of come to that place. I wouldn't say I'm always in that place every single day. I obviously have things I want to do. Everyone has things they want to do. But just just something to kind of think about over this next week. And if you find yourself thinking, no, I like what I'm doing, I would rather do what I'm doing, why, kind of come to a place of why is that, and maybe just kind of reconcile that and pray to that, to God, and see where He can correct you, where He can guide you. Have a good week, everyone.